Well, good morning. We're back in the car park in Cullercoats, and we're going to go for another walk along the coast. This time, the other way, Whitley Bay. As usual, haven't done any research. Going to the lighthouse. Going to cross over to the lighthouse, possibly. Don't know. Didn't check the tide. As usual, didn't check the tide table. So we'll see. Scary subway. Lots of runners again. Possibly the same runners I saw the last time. Still running. Not so much talking at the minute. Just let. No need to talk when you've got that. Pretty good. The Queen's Head. Strange enough, even though I've lived down here for years, I've never, ever been in that pub. Must do it. Let's have a quick look at the menu. This little outsidey bit here, it looks huge. Story behind this. This is what the Queen's built during COVID-19 pandemic, so that everybody could come and have a beer, weather permitting. So it's kind of a wasted space now because it never really gets full. What was that sign? Public Spaces Protection Order. Oh, yeah. So it's kind of no drinking allowed in public spaces. Clean up after your dogs. Don't let your dog drink. Now that would be fun. Drunken dogs on the beach. For instance, that. Dolphins. One over there's got dolphins. I don't want to put a camera at people's houses at 7 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, the old Bill will definitely be coming to have a chat. Excellent piece of parking. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that was one noisy picture. What a place to live. What a view. Where to go? Yeah, we'll go down here. Morning. I mean, it's pretty. It's nice. A nice, views of the cove and stuff like that. That's nice, but this is just totally wasted space. Not that you could do much down here, but do more than this. Morning. Best view ever. It was nice, man. Yeah, so this is just an absolute waste of space. There's not even any benches. There's no benches for people to sit. Anyway, up ahead there's a few. Look at that. If you go online, if you go into Chat GPT, and ask it questions, quite clever, quite funny, and say, I'm shooting a YouTube video, where should I go? Tell it which area you're in. It gives you full maps, routes, things to look at, things to see. But more importantly, it tells you the best time to go out. If I got up here at, I don't know, 10, 11 in the morning, all you'd see here is probably either blue skies, sunshine, clouds, or whatever. But nothing like this. Nothing like this. First thing in the morning, best time to go out. See, a little seating area. If I remember rightly from when I was a kid, there used to be a pool down here somewhere, a sea swimming pool. I haven't a clue where it is. I suspect it might have been down there. But erosion and all that. I don't know if you can get along there. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. Yeah, possibly. You can go down there. Oh, can you? I keep asking all these questions and answering them myself. I suspect not. Let's have a look. Have a peek. Back up the top. Hello, nosy. It's only a camera. Hello. This dog's terrified of the camera. He's the one that's gone the other way. Oh, he's going to blame me for losing his bloody dog. My dog thought your camera was a gun. I'll cut that out because I'm sure you're not allowed to say the GUN word. YouTube will give you strikes for saying wrong things. clearly you can't say bad things. Music's one of them. You walk into a bar, for instance, and it's playing, I don't know. Oh, there's that pool. I'll show you this. There it is. Oops. Try that one again. There you go. Natural sea swimming pool. Very cool. Oh, you go down here. So, keep harping on when I used to be a kid, but the story about this area down here. There used to be a huge kids paddling pool along here. I mean, enormous, and I mean, it was only about 6 inches deep, but it was a great place to come. There's cafes, places to get tea, ice cream, coffee, all that. All gone. So, kids get bored with it now, don't they? Kids get bored with it. They want. Yeah. I'm beginning to sound like me dad. Kids these days. Aye. I don't know why I said aye there. Having the dog is a big responsibility, isn't it? Big. They're out every morning, every night. Great when it's like this. Must be a real pain in the arse when it's winter. When to put your dirty layers on. I wonder if the dog really wants to go out. I wonder if it's just a case of nobody wants to go out. Morning. Now, I told you there was a paddling pool down here. It wasn't along this section, it was over here. because you can see remnants of the old blue paint. It's not as if the council have actually hidden the fact it was a swimming pool and paved it over or put some tarmac down. They've just left it. And there it is. Don't imagine many kids that want to come down here. Yeah, that was posh. Hey, ooh. Something might have happened in the middle of this paddling pool. Oh no, an optical illusion. I thought it was a hole, but it's just a big puddle. It was great. Still in good nick. Get it done up. Get it painted. Get it relined or whatever you do. Kids would come down, wouldn't it? As long as there's something to buy. Still got the big motif. Although you can't see much of it for that big puddle, but you can just see the tail end of the, what I'm assuming is a dolphin. Do you know, that's pretty impressive, that, because in the bad weather, oh wow, look at this, when the waves are crashing over here and bashing onto this, you'd think it would have worn away all of this blue paint, but it's in really good nick. Hey. It was obviously done by a good firm using quality stuff. Obviously the council subcontracted it. Oh, stairs. Lush. I kind of realise, if you go this way, down on the bottom, it's prettier, it's nicer. But you don't get very far very quickly. But hey, who's in a hurry? Morning. The whole thing about being freaked out talking to a camera on my own is gone now. It doesn't last long. It's a brief 10 minutes when you go out, and that's it. You feel comfortable. What's that? Oh, litter. Most days. Oh, oh dear, we'll keep that in. This is nice what they've done. Lovely smooth pavement. Big bike lane. Alright, that. I mean, those flats there have a lovely view, but they are absolutely hideous. The man who designed, or woman who designed them, should be taken to court. They're awful. I'm sure you could do something better. That building there used to be the Alexa, if I remember rightly. Oh, another shadow shot. Right, we're in Whitley Bay. Whitley Bay. Ah. That used to be the Rex Hotel. Crumbling old hotel. Good in its day, but now it's apparently called Bayview House. It's clearly going to be a care home, which is lovely. As you can see, all of the big high comfy chairs in the windows on it. He thought I was a nutcase. What's he doing? It's the longest refurbishment I've ever seen. The longest. Because I'm in Whitley Bay. Don't think I'm a bad person. It looks nearly done. I mean, the Harris fencing's still up, but they've done a nice job. They've kept kind of the original facade, the shape and stuff. Even the big dome thing on the top. Get out of the way of the lamppost. It's nice. They've done a nice job. That'd be a lovely place to live with lovely views for the nice old ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. That's South Parade. Any comments, please, if you remember going to South Parade on a bank holiday? It was mental. And now, nothing happens. Guest houses. Unfortunately, a lot of the guest houses don't house holiday makers. I won't talk about that, but do your research. You'll find out. Another big blank area down here. Used to be a mini golf course there. Used to be bars and shops and all kinds down the bottom. We'll have a walk down there. We'll come back the other way and show you where there are some restaurants and chip shops and stuff. As soon as I crossed the border from Cullercoats to Whitley Bay, everybody's looking at me with great suspicion. What is that silly old fool do? Yeah, so now all that area there, whoosh, all down here was a mini golf course. This is a hotel just up there called the Royal Hotel. I don't know if it's called the Royal Hotel anymore. There it is. We'll pass it on the way back. Me and my pal used to go there when we were quite young and have a night out and then coming down for a game of mini golf. Don't ask, I have no idea. Right, see all of this, where this wall is, promenade. There was bars and shops and all kinds here. Now there's nothing. I mean, it's like, right, I'll go off on one. So you go to Spain, or Turkey, or anywhere, and you go to the beach. I know the weather's better, but you know, that aside, you go down there and you're on the beach, and a hop from the beach, you can be having a drink, having a coffee, having an ice cream, going to buy some inflatable, whatever. And here, nothing. I've just been distracted. Just a little tribute. It's very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so here, where this wall is, there was bars, and there was all kinds. If I remember rightly, there was a pub down here. It was quite good. And it was owned by Sting's brother. Something Sumner. I'll have a look into that. I'll put a comment. And then you'll know. There's just nothing here. It's just a wall and a promenade. I mean, the promenade's nice. It's been all nicely pebble dashed. Is that the right word? I don't know. And it's very walkable. It's very bikeable. But nothing. If I think rightly, you go up on the top, up that way, and there are shops. They're just the shops. There's bars and cafes. So say, there's nothing really for the kids. That dog's barking at me. Oh, stop spoiling. Oh, here come the seers. Shut up. Famous dog. Hey, man. Come on. You're not my dog. Icy sausage. Dogs must be frightened of the camera. That's what I figure. Or me. Yeah, that's more than likely. There you go. There's your Premier Inn and your Beefeater. I don't know why I say your Premier Inn and your Beefeater. It's just an expression, isn't it? Again, another absolute disaster of planning. Absolute disaster. I mean, it's hideous. Everything. It's not in keeping with any area. They do that though, don't they? It's like a kid got a piece of paper and they said, draw a house. So they drew this house. That's what they're doing. I could have designed that. Square box, windows. That's it. Ooh, I'm vexed. Architecture is a funny thing, you know. Architecture, right? Because people always just kind of, when people walk, it's heads down, pavement, mobile phones. Yeah, mobile phones. That's a thing. They don't look up. And if you look up, you'll see some wonderful stuff. Best example of that in my area is in Newcastle. Any area in Newcastle. Not necessarily Grey Street. which is like Georgian design. Now there you go, the Spanish city, for instance. Look at the designs on there. A bit of thought went into that, didn't it? So, dogs are banned on this beach. So let's have an exercise and see how many people take any notice of that. Banned means banned, doesn't it? It means not allowed, whether it's on the lead or not. Let's see. The only drawback with doing these videos at this time in the morning is none of the coffee places are open, and I'm absolutely choking for a cup. Nice in there. If you look on YouTube, under Mark Knopfler and total blank, Brian Johnson from AC/DC, they did a video where they had a chat. And they were just standing just here, just there, reminiscing about the good old days down the coast. Yeah, because they love the area, don't they? Yeah. Mark, who lives in Surrey, something, been there for about 50 years, and Brian, who lives in California or Los Angeles. Aye, where would you rather live? I'm confused. There's a red bit and a sandy coloured bit. I don't know which is what. I don't know. Is it just a design thing? Yeah, it must be. Because there's no rhyme or reason to it. Right, it's just a design thing. Somebody thought they were clever. Or drunk. When they designed it, they were drunk. That's my theory. Oh, everybody walks on this side, don't they? Near this beautiful beach. Whitley Bay is a beautiful beach. Dogs are banned on this beach. There you go. Dogs. Really? So you can put comments on and tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, dogs are banned on this beach from the 1st of May to the 30th of September. Doesn't get any simpler than that, does it? And yet again, there are dogs on the beach. Morning. Not just one dog, loads of dogs. There might be a cut-off area along here where you can't take your dog. No clue. I'll find out. You know that feeling you get when there's somebody behind you walking, they're about 10 foot behind you, and they've been catching you up, but then they get 10 foot behind you, and then they stop trying to catch you up, and they're just hanging there. Serial killer. Here we go. Yeah, loads of them. I'm going to have a read the sign.
What are you going on?
Everybody knows what I'm doing and nobody stopped to ask saying, what's that for? Curious. I would, but I'm a nosy book. Right, here's a sign. Okay? Have a read of it. Public notice. Dogs are banned on this beach from the 1st of May to the 30th of September. I think rightly, we're still in September and it's full of dogs. So they just been ignored. Get a dog warden down. One, two, three, four, five. I've lost count. Oh, there's at least a dozen dogs down there with their owners. Why have bylaws about dogs when you won't enforce them? It's mental. So just let the dogs on the beach. You're not going to do anything about it. I mean, these are all pretty much responsible dog owners, I would suggest. I mean, they can't read, but they're responsible. So what they do is, they clean up after the dogs, so the kids are playing on the beach. There's no dog poo. This is the Panama Swimming Club. This has been here forever. Well, not forever, but since I remember. And it is a thing. They do meet and have social events and go in there. And on New Year's Day, thousands of people come down here because all of the nice ladies and gentlemen go in the sea for a New Year's swim. I really, really don't get that. New Year's Day in the North Sea. I mean, on a hot summer's day, the North Sea is bloody freezing. And I mean freezing. In the winter, oh, I'm sure somebody will comment and say, yes, but the temperature variant is only about 4 degrees. You notice how I avoided walking on the sand in this video? Because that last one knacked us. Somebody coming with two really boisterous dogs. I'm just going to move over this side. You've got to keep looking behind you. The bikes go zooming along here. Zooming. And now you've lost the ball. Talking about, well, we're not talking about it at all, but we will. Art Deco. It's a word I know. It's two words I know. don't know what it means. It's a design thing from a certain period. Anyway, this is that. The Rendezvous Cafe. And this has never, ever changed in my lifetime. I'm sure it's got the same chairs. It just really hasn't changed. See if I can see inside without the... Not really, but everything's original. Even the windows, I think. Oh, they're not. Original design. Oh god, I'm going off on one now about window design. Let's just stop. So yeah. It's the same along here. Very few seating areas and nothing at all to buy. The grass is uncut. It's horrible. Not nice. Not nice. Morning. There is a seating area. There. Bought by the Rotary Club. Whitley Bay Council are so kind. Look, they even put outdoor giant Alexas on the seafront for people to use. I can never get them to work though. I think we're going up that bank there. as I say, Briardine. Restoration of this part of the Dean was carried out by North Tyneside Council. Funded by Northumbrian Water and is following this insulation with pump. It's a sewer. The pumping station. How nice. Oh, God. You'll see why I'm saying, oh, God, in a minute. North Tyneside Council and Northumbria Water did great drainage here, didn't they? We're going to go up here. Yeah. Oh, the most boring part of the walk. Car park. On this side of the car park here, and so overgrown bit, there was a footpath. And the footpath you could take all the way along there. The entrance to the lighthouse. Now, erosion. The sea is just, because it's just a mud cliff thing, the sea's just eating away at it. And it's collapsing. You can kind of see there. It's just falling away. And eventually this car park will start to get impacted on as well. I wonder why it says no parking there in the yellow bits. Are they preparing for cliff collapse? You never know. First part of the video on really bad parking. You notice that? I was having a good old chat, a good talk, and then dogs interrupted us again. There's loads of seaweed down here. All of this. If you could have smell-o-vision on this camera, it absolutely stinks. That is rotten. It's horrible. Interrupted by them dogs. Lanzarote, 3-day trip. That's Porto del Carmen. Way too early in the channel. I have followers that possibly are going to be over there. But you know, Chances are people might say hello, ask the name of the channel, I'll tell them. Wander blunders, and they might just have a look. Then there's a Dublin trip. Now, that's there and back in one day, flying Ryanair from Newcastle. Just pause it.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so Dublin. I will be accompanied by my production assistant, also known as my sister. So she'll be coming with me on that trip, and she won't have much of a problem with being on camera, and might even let her hold the camera some of the time while I do some artistic shot, probably wandering into a pub for a pint of Guinness. Yeah, that's their first thing, back last thing, so that's quite brutal. But it's not. I mean, come on. Some people have to go to work every day. What's the hardest thing I've got to do? Get on a plane early in the morning, fly to Dublin, hold a camera, talk for a while, have some lunch, walk a bit more, come back on a plane, go to bed. That's no big deal. And then we've got Thailand in January. There will be other little snippets and trippets in between, once I think of things to do. By all means, if you follow this channel, then put a note in the comments. Where do you think I should go? Keep it clean. And I'll see what I can sort out. Yeah, Thailand. So that's a different one. I've been before. So last time flew from Manchester on a Dreamliner to Phuket, and then transferred on to Krabi, which was nice, but I don't know if you've ever flown from Manchester Airport before. It's awful. It's a horrible place to get to. You've got to book a hotel. TUI sometimes will include hotels on their flights. The night before, they'll put you in the most godforsaken hotel. I want to remember the name of the hotel they put you in. I'll pop it down at the bottom of the screen. So this time I thought there's a different way to do it. So I've been using Love Holidays. You get some really good deals with them. And they've got a really nice user-friendly screen which shows you which day it's cheaper to go on, and it's really, really good. They don't, obviously they want your business, but they want you to be happy. So yeah. So anyway, I thought, yeah, I'll do that, and I had a quick pick at the flights. So different way to get there. This time it's a late morning flight from Newcastle to Paris, Charles de Gaulle, in the little Bauer plane, just 2 seats on either side. I'll put a note on, tell you what kind of plane it is. And then a 2.5 hour connection in Paris, and then a flight Air France to Phuket again. Phuket again on a I can't remember. I'll put a note on again. It's still long. Don't let anybody tell you. People say like, oh, it's fine, long haul's fine. Well, it's long and it takes forever, and you can watch as many films as you want and eat as much food as you want and have a few drinks, but that only takes about 4 hours of your time. You've got another 8 hours on the plane, so and then on to Batang for a couple of weeks. So we'll be going with my wife, by the way, who does not want to appear on camera. You'll hear the voice in the background, but you know, you may even hold the camera at certain points. But hey ho, that doesn't matter. Everyone on their own. So then it's going to be dodging around all over the place. Again, trips to various places. If you've never been, it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place. And it'll be nice. So there'll be some nice shots of the plane and your bower plane, and then Thailand. Actually, the shots in Thailand will probably be just predominantly me sweating because it is hot. I mean, makes the Chang beer taste all the better. And the food, it'll all be on there. So there's that. There's a Mallorca trip coming up next after Christmas. I think that's about May. And there will be other things happening. What on earth is this? Ganesh. The lighthouse. Am I glad I put a t-shirt on? It is so warm. It's so quiet. Guess something you don't often see at the lighthouse, having to move out of the way to let the van, truck thing out. People live across here. Take kids to school. Morning. That's good. Keep noise to a minimum. Not to disturb the seals. When I was a kid and came along here, there was never seals. You could never see them. And guess what? We are sealless. We'll be around the other side. I know there's a little place around the back. There's a little watch hut, with binoculars in. And last time I was here, there was dozens of them. Must just depend on the time of the day. I might be back at school now. Never thought of that. And here it is. Seal watch. Or bird watching. Here we are. And oh dear. An epic seal. Oh, tell a lie. We have seals. I should go around here. There's one. Oh, there's a couple more. I'll zoom in and see if you can see the little devils. Very few today. One. You kind of see them and then you lose them again. There you go, two. So there's only three. The only reason I can see them is because they're kind of a white eagler. One's kind of moving, the other two are just fast asleep. Yeah, strange. I came down here a few weeks ago and it was like a seal convention. Not today. Oh, he's looking at me. No, he's not. He thinks, what's that old fool doing with the camera? And there you go. And there she blows. As you know, not a working lighthouse anymore. Just here for tourists, and they light it up sometimes. I don't think the lamp works anymore. I think they just light it up for aesthetic value. Strange enough, there's a massive big CCTV camera on the top of it. So, wildlife can easily be disturbed by noise. Thank you. I'm not making any noise. I'll have a look around the back and then we'll head back. I don't think there's any on this side. There's a few out there on the rocks. Too far away. This camera won't zoom properly. Yeah, there's a few right in the distance, but you can't really see them. Too far out. There's a good 7 or 8, there's 10, 12 of them. Yeah. Nice. Nice to see them. Right, we'll head back. When we were kids, we used to go clambering down on these rocks down here, but obviously it's all chained off now. For 2 reasons, I would imagine. Safety will be one of them. And so the seals aren't disturbed. Very good. See the sluice over there? I must Google some of the names of these places. Why is it called Whitley Bay? Why is it called Cullercoats? Seaton Sluice even. Thank you. Volunteers. Wildlife volunteers. Good on them. I need a coffee. Yeah, anyway, I was talking earlier on about YouTube and the work you've got to do. And it's quite a bit. Morning. So, yeah, a lot of work, a lot of planning. I mean, some YouTubers go into things in massive detail. Some of them travel thousands of miles. You know, you see some of these channels where they stay in these 5-star luxurious hotels. One site that springs to mind is Walk With Me Tim. Now, that guy lives down in Norfolk. Now, he started off just doing local stuff. And as his channel grew, he started to go far afield. And his videos are really interesting. But he's created this niche, or this monster. So people expect him to stay in the Barge Al Arab and the Dorchester. So he has to go off on 2 different extremes, or maybe 3. He does incredible hotels, or he does really rubbish hotels. And stays there for one night. Yeah, there is sponsorship, but he pays his way, and it costs him an awful lot of money. So if you see a video of him, or a YouTube video of him flying first class, business class, he's paid for it. And his channel, or that video, has to get the views, has to get the viewing hours in. So it'll fund that trip, or maybe pay for that trip and partially fund the next one. And the guy's married with a little boy, and he'll be away from home quite a lot. So, I mean, the amount of followers he has, subscribers, and he obviously gets sponsored now by various people. It will be his full-time job. But remember, he's only a young man, so that full-time job's going to have to go on for quite some time. And the world's a small place, and you will run out of places to go. I can't remember what my point was. Oh yeah, work. You've got to get out there. You've got to think of things that people might want to watch. I've no doubt people will be more interested in Lanzarote trips, Thailand trips, trips across to Paris, or I don't know, things like that, than they are in North Shields, Fish Quay, which is beautiful, but, doesn't hold the same interest. You've got to get out there. I mean, I've just posted the first one. I had to get up this morning at 5:30, get the gear together, make sure everything was charged, and get out. I'm going to have to do the same next week. I don't know, we'll see. Any suggestions or places you'd like to see or places you'd like us to go? Don't be tempted. Pop it in the comments. Morning. So I figure now that's the way to deal with people who stare at you with a camera. Just turn around and say, morning. And they go like, oh, he's not mental. Right. Nice to say we're on our way back, but all the way over there. That's what way you've got ahead. I'll take you with us. Again, I've been lucky. 2 videos, 2 beautiful days. Today especially, glorious. I'm sure I'll get up one day. I'll be lashing down. You can't video. You can't do it. The advantage is to using... A lot of YouTubers use mobile phones. iPhones. Samsungs, things like whatever. Because they've got brilliant cameras. You can plug everything, you can plug external mics into them. You can get selfie stick things, little ones with even built-in gimbals on, so the camera isn't bouncing around. The only drawback to videoing on a mobile is it bounces all over. If you don't know what a gimbal is, just Google it. It's very clever. It's physics, and I don't know how it works. Yeah.
I want to go and walk to the lighthouse today because the tide's low.
Yeah.
Is there a closer parking space?
No. All the way around the corner. There's a big car park there. You can get right down at the bank there.
A bit closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
No worries. There you go. Anyway, where was I before that? Tourist interrupted us. Yeah. Memory cards. Little memory cardy things, these semi things. I mean, they're 10, 12 quid each. You can just reuse them, but it's best to have spares. Because they pack in. I mean, imagine you're stuck in the middle of Barcelona and you've got memory card fault and you've got to start searching around for a... Oh, hang on. Let me just see. Aye. Let's just run on the road while cars are passing with headphones on. I mean, go running, yeah. Listen to music, certainly. Road, no. Oh dear. Anyway, yes. So you've got to start searching around Barcelona for memory cards, and they'll probably take your eyes out for them. So you've got to have spare microphone, charging banks, charging cables with plugs, because you can always borrow some electricity from airports and cafes and bars and shops. You know, so... When you look around you, and you see all these cars flying around, stressed looking people. You think, where are you going? Is it work? Are you coming from work? Are you going to do work? It's like, they all look stressed. I retired last year at 65, just before my 65th birthday. My advice is do it. You can. If it's financially viable for you to do so, retire. It's like depressing part of the video. You don't know what's around the corner. Don't wait. Do stuff. Go places. Say things. Meet people. That's what I'm doing now. That's why me and my lovely wife take as many holidays as... I mean, within reason. You know, money only stretches so far. You know, these YouTubers who I mentioned earlier on who go to these far-flung places, they have to be funded. If nobody watched the videos, they wouldn't be going there. So, you know, if you're just doing easy, affordable trips, and there are, if you're searching for flights, use Skyscanner. Skyscanner will, you can do an everywhere search. It will bring up the cheapest flights. Obviously, they're always the UK, but, you know, if you want to go to Bristol and back, there you go. 29 quid. EasyJet, little backpack, under your seat, off you go. Have a wander around. I've never been. I've been to the airport. There's another place I could go to, Bristol. I'll fly there. These houses opposite. Tell us what you think. They're Art Deco, aren't they? Whatever Art Deco is. God, I really hope somebody that lives in one of them houses isn't watching this video. Because I don't like them. They just look a bit strange. And some of them haven't been painted in a while, and they look a bit grubby. Morning. Cyclists always look smiley happy. These are God knows how much these houses cost opposite. I wouldn't even like to guess. It's going to be north of $1 million. I mean, anybody down south watches this goes, $1 million. I mean, son and I were in London a few years ago and saw this little terraced house, particularly nice. Needed updating. Not very nice area, which was very nice. And we looked at the estate agent, just curiosity. It was £1 million. I mean, up here you'd probably get it for about 100 grand. Silly, really. But these are wonderful. There's one in the corner over there. It's just all been rebuilt. It's just magnificent. Get up in the morning, open your blinds, then you got that to look out to. Some have even got balconies, so you can sit out. Nice. Seriously. Just approaching the Spanish city. One thing you don't see a lot of down here now, I don't know what your view is amusement arcades. There's two. That one over there, and the one further up. They're kind of extinct now, apart from the bandits, whatever they're called, fruit machines. That's all you've got. Video game machines, but kids have all got that now, PlayStations and shenanigans and stuff like that. There are ice cream parlours, fish and chip shops. Nice enough, but there'll be a nicer fish and chip shop around the corner from where you live. Just where it is. Fish and chips on the beach. The Spanish city. It's got some nice little cafe bars and shops and stuff around it. But North Tyneside Council had to slap that big logo on the side of it. I mean, why? What for? Well, I get to sit down anyway. Outside Valerie's Tea Rooms in the Spanish city. Got myself an Americano. Told you I needed coffee. It's better. It's turning into a beautiful day. If this had been a weekend, this place would have been absolutely rammed down here. Absolutely rammed. But as it's not, then it isn't. $3.50 for a cup of coffee. Paper cup. Quite expensive. It's a price, isn't it? Price is the price. That's nice. I didn't get anything to eat because I get my breakfast when I get in, so.